We're the voices of experiencers, and we are the experiencers of extraterrestrials. Just what's out there in the abyss, in the darkness of the unknown. It's time for disclosure, and it's time for truth, because what lies in the darkness brings powerful transformation. We're the bridge between two different worlds, with one foot in this reality and one in the next. The shift is here, along with profound integration. Just who are extraterrestrials, and what are their plans? It's time to find out with the Voices of Contact.
Hi guys, how are you?
Good.
Hi.
Good to see everybody.
Hi, Mark.
Good to see you.
Good. We're good. How are you
How's
doing?
everybody been doing?
Oh,
Pretty good.
it changes every minute.
True that.
Yeah.
We have Mark back with us tonight.
Yay.
Thank you, Mark.
No problem. Anytime.
We, of course, always miss Dana when she's not here. We don't, we like picking on her. And we like her input. But it's great to have you back.
Thank you.
It is a little less fun without having Dana to pick on, huh?
Well, she's got that, pick on face, right?
No?
She has the face that shows everything. I swear she must suck at poker.
She probably does.
What do you mean I got 4 aces? Yeah.
You got to give the mantises, a chance to hang out with her from time to time too.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
We can't hog her.
Well, I can't wait until she's regressed. If she ever agrees and then finds out that she's had a lot of experiences with them.
That would be so fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty much a guarantee that there'll be some kind of connection.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, because it's instant if there's anything about a mantis.
Yep.
Gets her going.
So you guys are going to love tonight's episode. I'm excited. So this is where in the last 2 previous regressions, it was the woman just going through her experience. So in this part, we tap into the subconscious. What's interesting about this is I channeled and connected with her galactic family before she got there. And so they gave me a bunch of questions that I needed to be asking her for her to get closer to her purpose and her growth. So there's a lot of cool stuff. It's really interesting. So to start out, the very first part is just an experience she had in general. And then after that, we'll move into the subconscious. But I thought this part of the regression was just really interesting because for like the past months, she's, just sitting in her living room and she can see something standing in the doorway. And she sees it all the time and she just didn't know what it was. So she wanted to explore exactly what that was. So that's what the first clip is.
Good.
Okay. So we're going to float and drift away from that scene. And on the count of 3, you're going to be sitting in your living room. And in the doorway, there's something there standing, watching you. And on the count of 3, you're going to be able to see clearly. 1, 2, 3. And you can see clearly what's standing in your doorway looking at you.
It's an ET.
Can you describe it for me?
It's like I'm getting what it would appear to me as and then what it really is. Like it's appearing almost as like a gray with a big head and large eyes and skinny arms and legs. But then when I go into it, it's a man in like a fleet uniform with dark hair.
What do you mean by fleet uniform?
Like he's an astro traveler. He travels with a ship.
So he comes from a craft?
Yeah.
Ask him what he's doing there.
I'm peeking in to see how you're doing. That's what he says.
Ask him why he needs to see how you're doing.
Because they see me struggling.
Why does he watch you?
It's a subtle reminder of who I'm supposed to be and what I'm supposed to be doing.
There he is. Wow.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
And I just, don't we hear about that all the time, really, when they're connected with ET, and we've always been with you.
Yeah.
And so I
It
do
felt
know
so
that she's gone
heartwarming.
through some really rough times. So I'm betting that he was coming in just to check to make sure that everything was okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But did you guys catch that it was a gray, but it appeared as a man with dark hair in a uniform. So
A fleet uniform.
this is
That's
the
amazing.
stuff that I think is important that we don't know. We don't know what we're looking at out there. We may be talking to what we think is a human, and it's not. So that's just
Very true.
important to remember. I mean, not that it's, and I want to say it's not a big deal, but so I know if Dana was here, she'd say, "Well, see, they're deceiving us," right? So, I mean, and other people will think that too. I mean, why is that? But
Right.
we have to remember when you come face to face with these things. At first, you're going to freak out. So, I mean, unless you've had experience with them and you're kind of used to it, but. I mean, if you turn around and saw a Bigfoot or a mantis standing right behind you, you're gonna freak out. So, but if they have the ability to look different, and for your convenience, until you get used to it, that's maybe what they're doing.
Yeah. I do have to say it was a little confusing even for me to hear, it kind of looks like a gray with a big hat, and then all of a sudden he has a uniform and hair and more humanoid. So is it shifting its appearance, or is it a gray with hair and all that?
Yeah.
We don't know. And there's so many different types. I mean, cripe, look at humans. Look at all of us here. There's 5 human beings here, and none of us look alike.
I'm the only normal one looking here. I'm the only normal one.
Oh boy. Okay.
Well, it's sort of like the same concept, when and Deb can connect with this when you're giving a reading, right? You're giving somebody a reading, and somebody said, "Well, I dreamt about them the other night," and you're like, "Well, your family member and you dreaming about them, that was real. They're just meeting you on the astral plane because that's where we go when we sleep." Because, realistically, most people, if they're just sitting in their chair minding their own business and an apparition appeared, whether it's family or not, it's going to freak them out.
Right.
Because it's that 3D mind cannot wrap its head around any higher dimensional concepts.
Right.
Just like spirit, it's an interdimensional being.
Yeah.
It's just on a different dimensional level.
That's a good point.
Because energy never dies, right?
Right.
Well, that's what it makes me think of, and that she's just given an overlay. Maybe she's given an overlay of a man after she saw the ET being, because maybe that's what she saw when she was little. She just didn't realize it.
It's very possible.
So, Deb Cobble, what if we turned on the news and we were watching the Congress, and all of a sudden every one of them were grays?
I'm waiting for that day.
That would be
Yeah.
great.
I mean, that would be crazy, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
I'm waiting
so
for
sure
everybody
they'd
in the
be
government One day,
Yeah,
just everyone
just-
in the government's going to be on TV, and you're going to see them all transform from like them to like a reptilian or a gray or
Everything just
something.
peels away.
the king and queens
True
walking, all of a
self.
sudden, they turn in their grays, and so.
Never know.
Oh, we know.
You know.
Right.
Oh,
Right. I'm biting my tongue. I'm being
but
nice.
so for this next clip, I ask if he's familiar to her. Because she doesn't really seem afraid. She's just, he's standing there and he's in this uniform and he comes from a craft. So the next one is aiming towards like, okay, so is he familiar? How do you know him? Type thing.
Is he familiar to you?
Yeah.
What is he to you then?
It's like he's a friend.
Friend?
Somebody I know. A friend.
Okay. And what is it you're supposed to be doing?
More needs to be focused on the art, and then that will provide the necessary avenues for moving forward with the other side.
And so is it like if you start tapping into that creative potential, it'll lead you to where you're supposed to go?
Yes.
What kind of art?
Like painting.
Okay. Is there anything else that he wants you to know?
And I need to go back to school in some form.
What kind of school?
Not regular school. There's like a class or something I'm supposed to be gaining more information on to proceed.
Okay. So I want to move forward to where you were having a dream and you were standing with somebody you know in the street and they told you to look up to the stars, that they'll show you where you need to go. And you're there now. Ask that person how the stars are going to show you where you need to go.
It's in a photograph.
What's the photograph of?
I want to say Andromeda, but
Interesting. I was thinking that, you're an artist, right, Mark?
Yes,
You are.
he is.
And you are Deborah, and I know we dabble in certain kind of arts, and you do too, Mary, right?
Yep, sometimes.
Yep.
Yep.
Things that make you go, So,
I like how she said that she was getting ready for a class.
Well, he was telling her that she needed to go back to school and take some kind of classes, and I believe that'll come out in next week's episode, which I'm really excited about. So some of this stuff is just so good, but it really talked about her going back, and I think we should all keep learning, right? Go back to classes. Because the more you awaken up that creativity, that's more to your spiritual side. That's what makes your soul flow. Mm-hmm. And I think that's, they're showing her that path of, okay, do this and feed your soul. Because when you're feeding your soul, everything naturally falls into place. You feel better, and it's really all about, I find it interesting, the stars. Again, we've gone over that again, for just probably 4 episodes ago, where the stars were so important. Right. We're all from the stars.
Yeah. We're made of stardust.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Right. And somebody said that you'll not enter the kingdom of the heavens unless you're like a child and wanting to learn all the time. That's what that means. I'm not speaking from a religious aspect. I'm speaking from a wisdom aspect that, if you have all that child mentality about life, and wanted to stay young and want to learn. That's what it's all about.
Mhm.
Keep going to class. Keep going to school.
Well, we're here
Spiritual
to
school.
learn, to grow, to evolve. So, yeah,
Yeah.
that makes perfect sense. Makes me want to go take a class.
But not regular school. Remember she said
No.
that? No, not regular school, she said.
Regular school doesn't really teach you anything. The only reason a person gets good grades in school is because they're good at following the rules.
They have a good
Yeah.
memory.
That's true.
So and don't get me wrong, school does teach you a lot of things, but there's more to just numbers and being able to memorize things.
So true.
That's why I love schools like the Montessori schools, where they take a student and see who they are as a person and form a curriculum around that individual person.
Yeah.
Because it's
Yeah,
not
I
one
love
size
that.
fits all.
And everybody learns different.
Mm-hmm. Like you give me art, you give me music, you give me something to memorize, man, I'm golden. You give me math, and I'm probably going to want to bash my face against the wall. Like literally, I took an accounting class a couple of years ago. Well, it was more than a couple of, never again. I will never take one of those classes ever again. It was the stupidest thing ever. And every time I did that class, I wanted to beat my head against the wall. I hated that class. And I got a D in it because I hated it. I passed it, but I didn't like it.
Barely, yeah.
Yeah, not my forte.
I totally hear you. I have number anxiety, and when I first went to college, I had to take accounting, business and accounting or whatever, and what a nightmare. It's like, oh my God, I thought I was through this. And same thing, I think I got a D. I barely passed.
I'm
But
kind of
when you
dyslexic with numbers. I transpose numbers. And when I worked at the BMV and I ran the cash register, every shift, when you have to count your drawer down. And if you're 1 penny off, you get audited because you're talking about the state money and they don't play.
Right.
So I had to devise a way to do my numbers. I transpose. I mean, if it says 4-3-2-1, I'll put 3-4-2-1 every time, and that's what I think my brain sees. So math and I do not get along for that very reason, because I'm wired backwards.
Apparently, we all are.
So when you start putting the meanings behind numbers, like numerology.
See, I love that.
That
I've always
is
been
different.
drawn to numerology, but I can't do it because of.
It's a lot. It's. I don't want to say funner. That's not a word, but it's a lot more fun doing it that way.
Funner.
It's funner.
And numbers come through. I know you have to get it too, Mary. In mediumship, other beings use numbers all the time.
You guys are so psychic. I don't know if it's in this episode's clips or next week's, but I just can't make it up. So
Numbers,
you're gonna laugh when you hear the clip.
Oh, yay!
You'll see what I mean. But yes, numbers are very important. I just don't want to add them, subtract them, multiply them, or divide them, or do any squaring of them.
Nope.
So,
same here.
That's it.
The only pie I like is the kind I can eat.
We'll talk about that after the show.
All right, so for this next one, this is where we start tapping into the subconscious, and I start asking the questions that I channeled for the person being regressed. Now, when I do that, it's before they even get there, just like I would do for a reading. But instead, I just, tapped into her galactic family and just asked, okay, what is it that you want me to ask her so she can reach the highest potential, reach her mission, reach her goals, or, help her remember why she's here. So for this next one, it really just starts into the beginning of that. And if I remember correctly, the first question that they wanted me to ask is, it was something about home. Okay.
Okay.
Sort of along the lines of home is where the heart is, but that wasn't the question. So give me 1 second.
Why do you think it's a dramata?
Because I had a photo of Andromeda in my bedroom growing up. And that's what I was just shown.
All right. So now let's drift and float away from that scene. We're going to drift and float away from that scene. And we're going to leave that part of your energy there to continue on its journey. And now I want all the consciousness and personality to once again return to the body and fully integrate back into the body. May I speak to subconscious, please?
Yes.
I have permission to speak to subconscious?
Yes.
I respect the power of the subconscious, and I always ask for permission to ask questions. Do I have permission to ask some questions?
Yes.
Thank you. Now, what I would like to do is call through the galactic family that I spoke with before she got here, because I'd like to ask some of the questions they gave me to channel. Are they here?
Yes.
Okay, so the first thing that you wanted me to talk about is you told me home is where the truth is. So, where is home?
It's Scotland.
And why is that so important?
I don't know, I'm getting so emotional.
You're okay. It's okay to get emotional.
It's like I'm being shown the Highlands. It just feels so peaceful.
Is this connected to the Druids?
Yeah.
So how does the High Priestess and the Druids come into play with the work that she's doing with extraterrestrials now?
She was working with them then. And they put her there. They put me there.
And they put you there?
Yeah.
And did you fulfill the mission they put you there for? Did you fulfill?
Wow.
So, to give you just a little bit of background, because I know the Druid question is probably a little confusing. So part of her regression actually went to like a past life thing where she was Druid and she remembers being a high priestess. And that's just something that just kind of popped out. I wasn't really sure why at the moment until we started getting more information about how it was pertinent. But, just like, E.T. placed her there, they placed her here.
All right. So help.
To what end,
Yeah. So help me out, anybody, because I'm terrible at English. The shiny ones in Ireland and Scotland and the Tuatha. There's a name for them. The Tuatha. They were supposed to be extraterrestrials working with the Celts.
Oh.
Did you hear that? Did we hear about that?
Yeah.
They call them the two. Okay.
No. We need our Google master to look it up.
I know.
He's probably doing it right now.
It's got a Gaelic name. The Tuatha, or the, I know our audience will help me out, but
they're also called the shiny ones.
Yeah, they were the shiny ones.
Okay, I'll try that because I have got no idea how to spell that other one.
Yeah. Well, because I'm saying it wrong. This is my first lifetime using English, so.
The shining ones can refer to
That's so
things.
true.
It's a secret society, the world's most powerful secret society. Fictional creatures in the Tamuli trilogy by David Eddings. The Shining Ones are a fearsome race of creatures with a destructive torch. And
no, that's not them.
And then the Shining Ones is the also the title of a short story by Arthur C. Clarke. And then ancient civilization and potential contact. The term has also been used in discussions about ancient Sumerian and Irish iconography. That's not right, but you got the idea.
Yeah, yeah.
Suggesting possible links to extraterrestrial beings, according to Loyola Marymount University. So that's
Very interesting.
Good call,
Anunnaki,
RJ.
Nephilims, giants, the shining ones appear in many myths and cultures in different names to describe them.
Yeah, they were also in the Sumerian text, and that might have been because they were part reptilian. Their skin was shiny, so half fire and half.
I did not know that.
Yeah. So
How interesting.
Tuatidon, I can't. I wish I could say it, but it's what they call the extraterrestrials, and some people call them angels, whatever. But they were in ancient Ireland, ancient Scotland, and the Celtics. So she might have had a connection with them, is what I'm trying to say.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, totally. I didn't know where you were going with that, because when you were asking, I was like, I'd never heard of that. Now that she just read that, it makes total sense.
Yeah.
The Googles strike again.
and I hope that also makes sense to the person who was regressed.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Help her with that connection.
Mm-hmm.
See, these groups, they set down in certain areas on the planet, and they got different names, but they're the same people, and so in Sweden and all that, they were whatever they were called, but and different names around the world, but they're the same thing.
Mm-hmm. Very interesting.
I like how they just kind of set her, and they were like, there you go. Enjoy, have fun.
And you're here. Now go.
Yeah.
Take everything I taught you, just run with it.
Yeah. Just how they did that to her, I can't imagine. Like, of course there's going to be some fear, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
There's going to be a lot of discomfort having to just go along with this. It's like, that's a lot for a person to go through.
Right.
Mhm.
Right. And it kind of sounded like the subconscious was taking over, but there was still a little bit of her hanging in there yet.
Like a push and pull feel.
Yeah. Yeah.
And there usually is in some shape or form.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Well, one thing for sure, she got emotional right away, like her second word. Like,
Mhm.
She did. I was surprised at that. Yeah.
But that tells me that's true emotion, and it's not something that she's trying to dig out or make up.
Mm-hmm.
It's there. It's raw. It's it is having an effect on her. So yeah.
And giving her answers at the same time.
Right.
Isn't that a beautiful thing to have all these weird things happen to you through your whole life that you really can't explain, or being drawn to certain things that you really can't explain why you just are? Can you imagine how many people ignore that and never really truly find themselves?
Mhm.
Yeah.
And she's putting the work in through all sorts of avenues, not just regression work, but spirituality, developing herself. And the more she follows it, the more of the answers that she's going to be allowed to have.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, most people by the time they reach adulthood decide, I'm not thinking of that crazy stuff no more.
Mhm.
That's stupid.
Well,
It's much my imagination.
mhm. Yeah, for many people, they don't even know about regression, or it's something that they would never consider because they don't really understand it.
The Morse code came.
Yeah, I heard that. Yeah.
Did you hear?
Morse code just came in again.
So maybe they were.
It's coming from Deb's mind.
I never hear it, so
That's weird.
I begin to make me think it's coming from somewhere around here. because I don't hear it, but you all do. So
Right.
it's
Well,
weird.
your radar keeps going off.
Dude,
so-
like it's going off like twice a day now. It's ridiculous.
You got people popping in on portals and stuff right in front of your front yard.
That was weird. Yes, that was
Oh,
totally
wow.
weird.
You guys ever get a chance to see that video?
Yeah, I saw it. That's pretty cool.
My son, he's like, okay, Mom, because the next night he heard another like bang sound. It sounded like a gunshot in our front yard by his window. His window's in the front. And he's like, I heard that again. And so we looked on the cameras and I didn't see anything on any of my security cameras this time. And he goes, I'm moving out. And I said, bye. I'll help you pack. But he's officially freaked out now. So
Right.
I don't know what's going on. I'm not worried about it because ain't nothing bothering me. It's just annoying. That's all. But
Yeah, if anybody audience gets a chance to look at that video, it's really pretty amazing. I mean, it's definitely something popped in, and I don't know what that person did.
I don't understand why my
cool.
radar keeps going off. And now I have a Geiger counter in my office, and the baseline is usually about 17 CPMs. You know, way below you should get alarmed when it gets up around 60. Right. So 17 by baseline, my background radiation is that basic. The other day, right before my Madar went off, it shot up to 35. And I'm like, what is going on here?
Yeah,
and then bam, within a half an hour, the Madar was going off. And then it dropped. So I don't know what's happening. I don't know.
That indicates that
solar activity or
Oh, that's true. Yeah, that's true. It could be that too.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it indicates that something's coming from outer space because there's where a lot of radiation.
Do you have a camera on the Modar?
Yes. Yeah, I do. It doesn't trigger it unless I hear the alarm and I turn the camera on. It won't be triggered by sound. It only gets triggered by motion. Right. So, but as soon as I hear the Madar go off, I turn on the camera wherever I'm at, in the house. But it doesn't, I don't see anything. And I go outside, I don't see anything. And some guy's like, we need to have MUFON come out and then do a sky watch in your backyard. I'm like, come on out. I don't care. But, it's, I don't know. It's just weird. A day in my weird life. I need a like a sitcom, basically. It should be a sitcom. A day in my weird life,
What's really weird is that you've had this thing for quite a while and it didn't do anything for what, a year?
I had it for a year and a half and it didn't do anything. I thought the thing was broke, honestly. And I'm like, this thing, and I felt bad because I think they thought I was going to be good bait when they let me have it. Because normally you have to buy this thing. Right. And they're like, let's put one in your house and see what happens. So like for a year and a half, nothing. And then all of a sudden, around November time, when all those drones started showing up everywhere, this thing went off the chain and it has been jacking crazy ever since. But you know what?
Darn drones.
But you know what? I'm not the only one. I know other people. I know several other people who have nodes like me, all over across the country in different states. And theirs is going off a lot more too now. So something, a lot bigger than just my backyard is happening. So
all around our planet.
Exciting. I hope.
Something. We're getting closer.
Well, and we've been saying since we started the show, the more experiencers come out and talk, and the more we learn, the deeper we're getting into disclosure. It's
because disclosure, in my opinion, is not going to come from anywhere near Washington, D.C. or any other country's government for that matter.
No.
And
agreed.
It's happening right now, right in front of your, right in front of your face right now. It's happening. Yeah. It's just not happening the way people think it should have.
Right. They're not laying it down the White House lawn.
I love the way it's happening.
Yeah, it's not happening the way people have been conditioned to believe it should be happening.
Right.
Yeah, we've all had our ideas of what could happen or the possibilities of the variables and we just don't know. But I think that's the reason why it's so fun is because we're not supposed to. If we did, obviously we're going to be rambling our mouths and telling the whole world like what's happening, and it might ruin something. So they're probably just like, just chill. Like, it'll work.
It's working the way
Get your
it's
popcorn
supposed to.
and
It's going to work better this way than it's going to work. I grew up believing that someday we'd see the president of the United States or whatever, another leader of another country, standing in front of a podium saying, aliens are real. We're not alone in the universe, and
Right,
that would be that would be the stamp. That would be the seal of approval.
Right.
And mean it was.
We don't
real.
need it.
Yeah, we don't need that. I'm the last person that needs that. And I know millions and millions and millions of other people that don't need that. And
Right.
that's not going to happen. If you think that they're going to tell you anything like that, you're in for a rude awakening. That's all.
Or they're going to fight to the bitter end to not have the full truth out.
They want to maintain control of the people.
Mm-hmm.
So,
But thank goodness for, people like Mary. People, all of the experiencers, and people like this woman that's being regressed this week, to be brave enough to talk about this, not only be regressed, but say, yes, go ahead and use, parts of my regression live so people know
And
what's
that's
going on.
What Mrs. Cobble did too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Well, just like you guys all play a huge role in the disclosure. Not caring what anybody else might think.
you said Mrs. Cobble, and my mind immediately went to Dave's mom. I'm like, Dave's mom saw UFO too? You're Mrs. Cobble, dummy. I'm not right.
It's been a long day, especially with these solar flares, man. Like, I have been so drained these last so many days. My brain's been foggy.
My girlfriend and I just had this discussion about solar flares. I said the sun has been like off the chain here for the last year or so. I mean, I'm 66, and the first time in my life I ever saw the northern lights from my backyard in Indiana, right? So I think that the solar activity is having a major effect on humans and their behavior.
Right.
More than people want to admit.
And plus the pole is shifting to Siberia very quickly from where it was, 23 degrees that way, how long it takes. So these are very, very crazy times right now.
Crazy time.
It's the magnetic field is really affecting everybody, like you said, Deb. So it's crazy.
Well, at least if it's crazy, it's not boring, right?
No, that's true.
That's for damn sure.
Yeah. I don't know what it'd be like to be bored.
So for this next one, I found this personally interesting. The next thing I had channeled for her, I saw 3 Palladians. And the main Palladian that I saw was a woman, and you'll hear described what I was seeing as I was channeling. But I found it very, very interesting. You guys are just gonna love this. In next week's episode, I was so excited when I was listening back to all of this. Like, I didn't remember all of this, so
I don't think I've seen her more excited than just right now.
All right, so here's the next
good
one.
ones.
I almost did. It's like I almost finished it in that lifetime, and I have spent every single lifetime trying to complete it since then.
And that's the goal for this lifetime?
Yeah.
And what's the biggest part of that mission then?
To provide healing to the masses.
And what's the best way to go about that?
The energy work.
Okay.
I'm teaching it.
So is that kind of like the next steps that she's supposed to be taking?
Yeah.
To start teaching?
Yeah.
Are there any kind of specific types of energy work?
Reiki.
Just the Reiki?
And the quantum healing.
Okay. The next thing that you guys showed me were 3 Palladians. One of them was a female. She was very tall, with long white hair, and I saw her with a bluish gown on, with a blue diamond right in the middle between the breasts. What can you tell me about this?
Oh, it's my mom.
That was the mom?
Yeah.
That was the
Her mom?
Did
Her
she say,
mom?
"Oh, that's my mommy"?
Yeah, that's
Uh-huh.
my mom. Yep.
Oh,
Yep. And she had never made any kind of connection with that.
Hmm.
wow. Goosebumps.
And she was wearing a blue diamond.
Yeah,
Yep,
that's
she had a blue diamond.
that
And the
was.
dress was like glittery. Not I'm not saying glittery, not like glitter,
Shiny.
but shimmery.
Like
There you
shimmer.
go.
Radiant.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I'm getting chills just talking about it again. Just
Yeah,
Yeah.
because you know what? I've heard that some other people said that on their uniform they have that blue diamond or that diamond, the blue.
The
oh,
Palladians
Yeah.
too?
Yes,
Or
you were right on there. I was like, wow, that's really?
I'll have to look that up then.
Yeah.
Not that I don't believe you.
No, I know.
But no,
Good
it just gives me
job.
something to research.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
So that's something I've heard before. Yeah.
that gave me
Very
humongous
interesting.
goosebumps. Uh-huh.
It-
And,
and yeah,
the
and I think- No, go ahead. Go ahead.
the whole energy healing, the healing really got me. I mean, I had goosebumps on my toenails, for crying out loud. Like, oh my God, because I'm just coming off of a huge healing weekend.
Mm-hmm.
That was phenomenal. A lot of Reiki, a lot of all types
Quantum
of healing. And it was so intense. And I remember, trying to keep my brain out of the connection that we have with all of these other beings
Mm-hmm.
and stay focused on, the person at hand and the our planet, our people. But really, all of this healing is for all of it. It's universal. So,
And,
yeah,
and
that
did
was
you
amazing.
catch, like, in the very beginning of that clip, semi, and it's breaking up a little bit, so I don't know about you guys. But
here.
and of course it's just my end. But I like the answer that she didn't get to complete her mission in that one lifetime, and she's been back several times trying to accomplish it. And she is a Reiki master. She just hasn't used it in years.
Oh, okay.
It's
Wow.
because, like, for a lot of it, she has connections with people who don't believe in that stuff. So she doesn't have anybody to talk to about it. And when she does, they tell her she's crazy.
Poor thing.
It's been around for thousands of years.
Mm-hmm.
Reiki.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to give advice to her regards to that. Don't ever allow anybody to take your light away. You speak and talk about the things that are important to you, because at the end of the day, we have ourselves and we have to be happy with ourselves. And being your true authentic self, you're going to get even more answers. So you just tell her to keep doing what she's doing, because that it's like there's answers coming right now. This is a very beautiful message that's being given, and I really hope that this helps her figure that out.
Beautiful advice, Mark, and it just warms my heart. And I see it with Mary too.
Mm-hmm.
We're so proud of you because we saw you go through all of that.
That's why I said,
you were afraid.
yeah, I was definitely afraid of all of this. It was a very large transition, like I lost a lot of friends, a lot of family, a lot of people that I used to talk to a lot of times. I had to face a lot in my own physical reality because of going through these experiences. Like, it was a lot to take in. It's a lot to grasp. But one thing I will never ever allow anybody to do to me ever again is silencing me or making me feel that I am lesser than, all because I am into stuff that other people are not necessarily into.
Right.
Or I love talking about things that most people don't like to talk about, and that's fine. But you have to stand and stay true to yourself and just keep doing the things that is meaningful for you. And a Reiki master, oh my God, that's amazing. And I am so proud of her for being able to do that. And the amount of work that she had to have done without anybody there to like talk over anything, like I can't imagine how hard that could have been. But just hopefully she stands true for herself, and moving forward, she will get more answers for sure.
Yeah. Right. She's getting them right now.
Yeah.
She was. So
And now you were saying three Palladians, right?
Yep, I saw the 3 Palladians. I really didn't see the other 2 because it was the female who stuck out to me. So that's the one I described for her. Yeah.
So one Palladian faction is the Tagetans, and the women do all the important work. They're the scientists. They do all the
Imagine that.
Yeah, spiritual work. And the men are totally happy with that. I mean, they know they're there to reproduce and have fun and play sports and just to do that stuff. They're happy with that. So, but yeah, I mean, that's why I think the woman stood out, because that's the way the society is. Yeah.
Well, and she's probably the spokesperson.
It probably should be that way here.
Yeah.
Is she really in tune with her feminine side?
She seems to be. Yeah. Yeah.
Does the feminine side seem like it needs healing in a sense?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Maybe that might be a variable to why the mother came through.
That's a good point. It could be.
I want to hear more on that. I mean, I'm still, carrying these goosebumps around, going, "Oh my God!"
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, for this next clip, she talks about why the female Palladian came through and why it was important for her to see her. And then the next part of it is the next question I channeled was, and it was less of a question and more of a statement that there was energy and people that she needed to remove from her life. And this is going to crack you up because I thought it was hilarious. So here.
Why is it important for her to see her mom? Because she hasn't felt her before. But I've only felt a connection to the males until. It's important for her to know that there's more of a connection? Yeah. Does her mom have any kind of messages for her? To be gentle with herself. To stop trusting the wrong people. So as she has more faith in herself, she'll stop trusting the wrong people? Yes. Okay. The next thing you guys told me was that she needs to focus on the color green. What do you mean by that? It's healing. It's about the healing work? It's about the healing. Raphael, the Archangel Raphael, the healing. Okay. So the next thing you guys told me is you said something about clean and cleaning the energy around her, and that someone has to go. What do you mean by that? Oh my God. My ex moved back in. Well, guess you can't make that up. So does she need to get rid of her ex again? Yeah. Wow. Oh my God.
It cracks me up.
Out with you. Out.
And happy.
I love that she got it instantly and giggled about it.
I'm happy she giggled because I was getting emotional. Like I was about to like start crying because I was just feeling all of the sorrow, you know what I mean? Like in her voice while she was talking. And I'm getting emotional and I'm like, don't cry on the, you know, on the camera or anything right now. So I'm like trying to like, and then that happened and then it made me giggle and it snapped me right back out of it. I was like, thank you. I felt so bad, you know, I can feel that her soul really definitely needed this, and it's so beautifully done. Just how everything unfolded.
Yeah, yeah, and I felt too. She really needed that mother energy.
Yeah,
that nurturing and all of it. So yeah, I'm with you, Mark.
And what mother hasn't said to her daughter at one point, "Get rid of that man"?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
But the way she dealt with it definitely told me she was ready. She knew it. She just wasn't doing it. So I hope now she's done it.
So much confirmation.
The laughter for me was priceless. Just like, oh my God, really?
Yeah.
So do you know, Mary, has she cleaned that energy out of her life?
It's probably going to take her a little bit. From my understanding, after at the post interview, they weren't together. She was just letting him live there. But she said that, you know, she had been thinking for like the last, you know, couple of weeks, a month, that it was time for him to go. You know, she was just feeling bad for him because they had kids together.
Right.
But she said, yeah, she goes, I've already been thinking that. So it was just funny.
just feeling it through you. It seems like he was really draining her anyways. And he already did like a fair share.
Right.
Yeah, he was just, and that's why he was hanging on there, because he just liked that drain, you know.
Right. And she's, you know, she has a mission, obviously.
Yep.
And if her mission is, you know, healing the world, you can't carry around that toxic energy with you and be able to truly heal.
And part of that mission is to get healed too.
The more we heal other people, the more we heal ourselves. You know?
And vice versa too.
Yep.
Yeah.
And just like when you're giving a reading and you find yourself giving somebody advice that you should be giving to yourself.
All the time. All the time.
Oh, you do that too?
It's a win-win.
Yeah, it's a win-win. And I'm a firm believer too, you know, when you have those kind of missions, you're always going to get infiltrators that are put into place to try to sidetrack you from what you're supposed to be doing, or bring down your vibration and bring down your energy. You know, I caught on to that like last summer, really, where there was just so much chaos going on, and I was like in fear every single day that the world was going to end, you know, doing regression work with people and listening to that message. And then it just hit me one day. And I'm like, you know what? I'm getting all these messages because it holds the vibration down. So I stopped letting that stuff get in.
Good for you. I'm still struggling on that.
Well, you know, that's I think that's the lesson. We control our reality.
Yeah.
You know? We really do. No, nobody else does.
And there's definitely species out there that do not want to see us ascend and evolve. So they're going to continuously try to put that energy out there to
keep us down.
Vibration. And I say, screw that, and in your face.
I agree.
That's the way of saying
it. Yep. Now we need the rest of the world to get on board.
Right.
Oh, they're getting there. There's some fires up people's bums right now, so it's waking people up.
Yeah. Well, just like you know, the women's retreat you just did, Deb, and UFO contact, and what you guys are going to do up at Birch Run, all of that stuff gives somebody an outlet and brings everybody together. Even if they just bring a
Right.
friend who's kind of into it. You know how many people I've talked to that have gone to UFO contact and they've told me, and I'm getting chills all over again, that they have told me it's changed their life.
Wow.
That it was the first time they've ever been able to talk to somebody about their experiences,
Mhm.
that they thought
That's
they were
awesome.
alone.
Yeah.
Do you realize what you said? You said up at Birch Run, and that's an outlet. The Birch Run outlet, that's the biggest outlet. It's the biggest outlet in Michigan.
Is it,
It's not Birch Run.
I call it
Oh,
Birch
it's
Run.
Birch-
Birch Shores.
That's right.
Yeah.
Well, I just thought it was funny you connected those two together
Yeah.
because it's the biggest outlet. It's the biggest
It's the
outlet.
only
stores
Birch I
in
know.
Michigan. Yeah, it's Birch Shores, yeah. In UP,
But
funny.
But that's what it's all about. And that's, I think, all of our missions, us here, is the whole healing, the raising the vibrations, the giving hope, trying to explain to people, especially right now, fear is such a negative and everybody's fearful. Well, you turn that, a derivative of fear is anger. So be angry and make it productive
mhm.
instead of, use it to raise the vibration because fear is so low.
Yeah.
And like you said, Mary, there's so many that would love to keep us at that lower vibration because that's why we taste good. I know what I mean.
I
You know
do.
what I mean.
Did you just say that's why we taste
Yeah,
good?
yeah. That's right.
Yeah, to them.
Because they feed off our negative energy.
Yeah.
That's what they love.
That's why they keep coming for more.
Yep.
Just like salt and vinegar
It's true.
Pringle trips.
Yeah.
You have a little bit of bite, but I keep on coming back for more. Deb, you can bite me anytime.
Sounds good. Something
Now I
better.
want potato chips.
That's my addiction.
Yeah. You guys should get together and just grab a few bags.
Yeah.
All right. That's all we have for tonight's show. So
Oh, great
Make
show.
sure-
I can't wait till
I
next
know,
week.
same, right?
some good stuff. Yeah.
You guys have a good week.
All right, you
All
too.
right.
Bye.
Bye.
Love you all. Good night.
We're the voices of experiencers, and we are the experiencers of extraterrestrials. Just what's out there in the abyss, in the darkness of the unknown. It's time for disclosure and it's time for truth because what lies in the darkness brings powerful transformation. We're the bridge between two different worlds, with one foot in this reality and one in the next. The shift is here, along with profound integration. Just who are extraterrestrials and what are their plans? It's time to find out with the Voices of Contact.